Hi, been a while. Basically, I've been really busy with Class Dojo, ironing out any IT problems that people have been having, working it out myself, how to mark and send back work and things like that. So it's been a steep learning curve this week, I know, for a lot of us teachers. So I appreciate your patience, and I appreciate, that it's not been easy for you guys either. We're just kind of trying to find our feet together. So hopefully it will run smooth or smoother as of now. So that's why there's not been many videos. I've posted one or two, I know, within Dojo, answering specific questions. But this is us looking now at finding a half and the reasoning side of it. So not so much are you able to find a half, but so-and-so's found a half, are they correct, why not? From what I've been seeing, the work coming in is brilliant, so well done, thank you very much. I do appreciate the effort from the parents, because as a class we made massive progress leading up to obviously us breaking up and lockdown happening. So I'm very grateful for you guys continuing that at home. One of my main concerns with it was, that progress would go backwards, but for a lot of people who've been sending me in work, you seem to be flying with it, so brilliant. It makes me very happy. So one question that I wanted to look at was an explain why question. So I apologise, there's really noisy birds out there. But there's a question that says, so-and-so was asked to shade half of a shape. This is what they drew. Is this correct? And it's looking back at kind of what a fraction actually means and whether or not that would be. So I never used the proper words for them in the previous video, so I can only really apologise for that. We're looking at the denominator, so the bottom number of a fraction being the whole, and then the numerator, the top bit, being the part. Oh, I'm not going to cut it, I'm going to leave it. So the denominator is the whole, the numerator is the part. So here, she was asked to shade half. Sorry, do that. She was asked to shade half, but if we count up actually how many bits she had, so how many in total did she have? There's 12. There's 3 rows of 4 or 4 rows of 3. So there's 12 in total. So now we need to look at, right, that's the whole. What bits am I actually looking at? So let's look at the bits that are shaded. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 12 are shaded. And she was asked to shade half. Now the reasoning would be, yes, she is correct, because there's 12 pieces and she's shaded 6 of them, and 6 is half of 12. So it's all about kind of using that language, those STEM sentences that a lot of you have been sending me that are fantastic. So thank you for those of you who've been doing that. That was one question that I wanted to look at. And then there was another question that said, show different ways of shading a half. And I believe that it was I think it was like this. I could be lying entirely, but I think it was like that. And it said show different ways of shading a half. And lots of people kind of did this half, this half, this half, this half. But actually a half doesn't have, they don't have to be next to one another, as that previous question just showed you. So you could have, I guess, done something like that. That's a half. Or if they give you a completely blank square and you split it up into more pieces, you just got to make sure that you have the total number of pieces. So there's 16 there. I'd have to shade any 8 of those squares. So it's good to stick with the safe ways of having them all next to each other and definitely having kind of half of that shape or the top half, or that's a very safe way of doing it. But if it says show me several ways, it's quite nice to kind of go this one, this one, this one, this one, and then another 4 on top. So I just wanted to kind of make sure that people are understanding that. Like I said, from what I've seen, it's brilliant. So thank you. Let's just quickly check if there's anything else that I can cover. Oh, someone did ask me to go back over some of the questions. Let me just have a quick break to find what they were on about. Okay, so I found it. It was a message from a parent in the other class who was talking about wanting more examples of division only using a pen to do the markings out, something that would replicate Friday's maths test in the classroom where they don't have access to manipulables and things like that. So I will do that now and show you how you could go about just using a pen and paper. So if you get questions like this, for example, or if they're in the form of a word problem, so again, there's 12 cakes shared between 3 people, how many cakes would each person get? You've got to remember that the second number in each of these is the groups, and the first number is the number you're sharing out equally between the groups. So number 1, you'll do 3 circles, and then share 12 equally, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I've shared 12 equally and I can see that there's 4 in each group. The next one, 18 divided by 6, so I'd need 6 circles. 5, 6, and then I would share 18 between these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and you can clearly see that there are 3 in each group. And on the last one, 20 divided by 5, so I'm going to do 5 circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and share 20 between these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You can see that there's 4 in each group. Now, this parent said about using like a tally. You can use a tally, obviously if the children know how to use a tally, and it's easier for them to count up when you've got bigger numbers. So for example, 80 divided by 4 or something like that. You wouldn't normally be presented with that in a Key Stage 1 test, but tallies obviously are available. I'm so sorry, there's like a personal flyover happening at the moment. Big helicopter. Sorry, that was really loud. So yeah, tallies are absolutely fine, dots are fine. It's just a case of remembering that the second number is always the groups and sharing them equally between. So I hope that that has cleared up some of the questions and also some of the word problems and the reasoning problems that you may be faced in the White Rose tests. It's been really lovely to hear from a lot of you over the past week and to see what you've been up to. So continue that, please. I will always respond within hopefully a suitable time. I do get a bit forgetful sometimes, so if I haven't responded or something like that, just give me another message. Obviously there's quite a few of you messaging me at the moment. I keep on top of it as best I can, as well as obviously planning the work for next week. It's going to be courtesy of me. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. Again, it's just a guide of what you can do, if you can think of a better way to do it or a different way to do it, as long as you're practicing those skills. That's ultimately the main thing. I know that life is difficult at the moment, particularly in terms of a lot of you are doing work from home and trying to school your kids. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we aren't too far, hopefully, off of going back to school at some point. I don't know, but it's been nice. I feel like I'm more in contact with the class through Class Dojo, so please continue that. If there's any other videos you need, please get in touch. Send me a message, even if you're in the other class. Just send me a message, I'll get it and I'll make a video for you guys. So thank you for sticking with me for this long. I don't know how many minutes this video has been, but if you're still listening, thank you. And I'll see you in the next video.